Hi, I'm Jenny Finley with Gluten-Free Abs, and this video is all about reading labels. Why did I make this video? I've got so many friends now that I have convinced that gluten-free is the way to go, just because of the benefits they're seeing in their workouts and the way that their waist is whittling. They've seen an increase in energy and weight loss just from changing into gluten-free. But the question that I always get is, what exactly is gluten in? The truth is, in today's day and culture, it's in a whole lot. So this video is all about encouraging to read labels and how to look for gluten. Where should you look for gluten? First of all, anything that's processed. And what does processed means? It means, think of it like this. If you get something naturally out of the ground, like broccoli, it didn't go through a whole lot of stages for it to come from the farm onto your plate. You basically just heated it up, you cooked it, maybe you just ate it raw with some dip. That's not a processed food. If you have something that from the ground, it took a lot of steps in order for it to go to whatever its original form was to the form that you are now eating it in, that's a processed food. Heavily processed foods actually produce more insulin in the body. So as a result, the goal is to kind of taper your diet so that it doesn't include as much processed foods. That way you won't produce as much sugar into your bloodstream. Your blood sugar will actually stay a lot more level. But eliminating them all is kind of no fun, right? That's the whole point of the Gluten-Free Abs book, is that I want to teach you how to revamp your recipes so that you actually can eat the things that are processed. You're just eating it with gluten-free flour. So, what is a processed food that, for example, may have gluten in it where it's hidden? Let's think about Rice Krispies. Okay, it has rice in the title, right? So it sounds like it would be a gluten-free cereal. It's actually not. Why? Because it has barley in it. If you flip the label over on the back, you'll read that the first ingredient is rice, and a few ingredients down, there's barley. There's also something called maltodextrin. Maltodextrin can be actually made with gluten. It's made from two different things. Sometimes it's made with flour, other times it's made with corn, but you don't know which one you're getting. So you have to read labels and make sure that you're not getting hidden gluten into your food. Another important label to read is soups. Many companies use flour to thicken their soup, and you'll see it right on the label. It'll say wheat flour, enriched white flour, bleached white flour on the ingredient list, but you have to be careful. You have to read all the way through it. When I first went gluten-free, I would go to restaurants and order soup, and I think, I did good. I'm ordering vegetable soup. What could be wrong with that? And I've had a severe allergic reaction to it and be baffled when I came home. Then I learned that they were using flour to thicken the soup. It's the thickener, it's in it. You have to be careful if you're going gluten-free. But this is all about reading labels. If you read the labels, you'll be worry-free. And a great place to visit is Whole Foods and Trader Joe's. They've got tons of alternatives where you can actually get a cereal that's been processed that has no flour in it. And a lot of companies are really great now about putting gluten-free right there on the label, so that makes it a little bit easier for you. But always check the labels on things. Make sure that you know what you're getting before you put it into your mouth, because gluten can be a tricky thing to hide in. It's in pasta, it's in bread, it's in cereal, it's even in soup. You have to read the labels. Check out my website for more helpful tips like this at glutenfreeabs.com. Thank you.